Welcome to our workshop. This workshop provides guidance on how to design interactive instructional design templates that can be used by designers by assignment to develop more effective, efficient, and engaging instruction than is likely without such guidance. Who is a designer by assignment? A person assigned to develop instruction because of their subject matter expertise or administrative experience rather than because they were trained in the techniques and theory of instructional design is called a designer by assignment. What is a template? In computer applications, a template is a pre-formatted file that serves as a pattern for a new document. Many computer applications include templates so that when you're creating multiple documents of the same form, you don't have to start from scratch to create formatting and other parts that are included in each new document that you create. Templates save time, enable consistency from one document to the next, and provide guidance to the user to ensure that all the necessary parts of the new document are included. When you use a template to create a new document, when you save the new document, you still have the template for use with the next document. What then is an instructional design template? An instructional design template is a pre-formatted file for the design of an instructional event, an instructional strategy, or even an instructional module. However, unless it is an interactive template, the resulting instruction may be inadequate. Well, then what is an interactive instructional template? An interactive instructional template also includes a set of animations that enable the learner to interact with the instruction. Interactive instructional design templates can then implement appropriate individual instructional events and, when combined appropriately, can implement instructional strategies for teaching some problem-solving skill. We will begin by illustrating an example of an interactive instructional design template. This slide illustrates an example of such a template. Like all templates, this template is pre-formatted. That is, the background has already been chosen, the style of the fonts have already been chosen, and the location of the content on the slide has already been laid out. The content to be put on the screen is represented in the template by placeholders. A placeholder is merely a box that will hold the content that will eventually be included. You will see here that we have a placeholder for a title, a placeholder for directions, 2 placeholders for pictures, and 2 placeholders for feedback after the student responds. The click here, if this is an example text message, is not a placeholder but rather a button that will show the feedback when it is clicked. The important part of an interactive instructional design template is animation. Animation enables appropriate student interaction with the content. The animation on this particular template shows the feedback when the student selects the button to indicate if the picture is an example. Templates have many advantages. First, once the content elements have been found or created, it requires only a few minutes to enter this content into the placeholders of the interactive template, thus saving a considerable amount of time that would have been required if the designer had to create unique animation for each slide in the presentation. Not only is the background, text style, and layout the same for every slide created with a given template, but the interaction is also the same. This provides for consistency for all the slides in the presentation that implement a given type of instructional event. In addition, interactive templates provide guidance for the designer. Placeholders remind the designer the type of content elements that should be included in a particular type of instructional event. Designers merely need to find or create the required content elements and to enter this content into the appropriate placeholders in the template. In the next slide, we will demonstrate the use of this interactive template to create some actual content for an instructional event. In this slide, let me show you how easy it is for a designer by assignment to use a template to create instruction. The instruction I'm going to create was designed for a police force, and this is a lesson on Terry stops and what a Terry stop is. I have opened up the template which we have previously illustrated. You'll notice here that there is a placeholder for a title. There is a placeholder for a description. There are 2 placeholders for pictures, and at this point in time I would like to put content into those placeholders to create an actual instructional slide. To begin with, we will insert a title. I merely go to the title, I click on this slide, and then I can type in my title, which is going to be Terry Stop. Now here it says click to insert directions. So I can click here to insert directions, and to save some time rather than typing this, I have already written my directions in a Word document. I'm going out here where you won't see me. I'm going to merely copy my directions here, and then I'm going to paste them here in this box. So I paste them in, and there are my directions. It says 2 different scenarios are illustrated by the following pictures, etc. Now I want to insert some pictures here. So I've already stored the pictures I want into a file in my picture file. So when I click here, it will go to that file, and here's my first picture. I'm going to insert that here. I'm going to click here. It will again go back to my file on my computer where I've stored the pictures that I previously selected. I'm going to select my second picture here. And now we have the pictures in. Remember, these are buttons here, so now I need to insert feedback. So again, rather than typing it, I could just click and type it in here, but rather than typing it, I'm going to click. I'm going to go out to my Word document. I'm going to copy the message I want in here, and then I'm going to insert it in this box. And there's my message for that particular picture. Now I will do the same thing here. I will click here. I will go out to my Word document. I will copy the message that I want. I will paste it here. And now I have both of them here. Now I would like to emphasize the no and yes. So I'm going to click here on the no. I'm going up to my home thing, and I see here that the text color is already red, so I'm going to select that for red. I'm going to do the same thing with the yes. I'm going up to my home slide, home tab. I'm going to make this one red as well. And now I've completed my slide on a Terry stop. If I now go to presentation mode, which I will do here, go to presentation mode, here's my slide. Now you'll notice that the feedback messages are no longer there. When I click here where it says click if this is an example, it gives me the message that says no, it's not, and gives me the explanation for why it's not. If I click here, it says yes it is, and gives me the explanation for why it is. So you can see how easy it was using a template for a designer by assignment to create an effective slide. They merely need to know what the content is, prepare the content messages, select the images, and drop them into the placeholders for the slide. This slide lists some of the advantages of PowerPoint as an authoring system. We chose to use PowerPoint 2013 as the basis for this workshop for the reasons that are listed here. Thanks to Jane Bozarth in her excellent book, Better Than Bullet Points, for this list of advantages of PowerPoint. Her book is a very good source to accompany this workshop. To quote Dr. Bozarth, "With so many authoring tools available, why would a trainer choose to stick with PowerPoint? A better question might be, with PowerPoint so intuitive, so familiar, and so easy to use, why would a developer choose to buy an expensive authoring tool?" Starting with the next slide, we will begin our adventure of using PowerPoint to create interactive instructional design templates, which will facilitate the work of designers by assignment and others who want a more guided approach to instructional design.